What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn. In this episode, I'm going to get the rest of this ceiling over here completed. I'm going to begin work on the kitchen and the recreational area. I'm not sure if I want to do the entire thing up here or what I'm going to do actually. I might turn this into the robotics room. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with the second room. However, one room is going to be strictly my food stuff, the storage, the crafting of it, all that nonsense. And then I might put, well, I want to put somewhere, I might just leave their eating area as is, maybe push it back a little bit further towards the wall. I will have more space available down here, so we'll see what I'm going to do with it. Let's go ahead and allow them to do music night. Sorry, I'm a little tired this evening. Oh, nice. They're working on it, and I didn't even need to make them go and do it. Would you look at that, taking initiative. However, Samantha, I appreciate your initiative, but there's other projects that need to be completed, like the reconstruction of the stone wall, or sorry, the stone ceilings. And I'm pretty sure every single one of these needs to be prepared. So that's what Samantha's going to be doing for the remainder of the day. She thinks she's going to work on these. She's actually going to work on these. So hopefully everybody's been having themselves a good week. Mine's been pretty long. Really, really long week. Couldn't tell from the yawning. It's definitely been one. My kid has more energy than ever before. I didn't think it was possible, but she's giving the Energizer Bunny a run for his money. Honestly, I think she kicked his ass. If I'm being perfectly honest. How you could beat the Energizer Bunny is beyond me, but she managed it, you guys. She managed it. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been running around like a madman with this little girl, my wife included. We're both exhausted. But she's returning to her old self, which I'm absolutely thrilled to have. It really sucked where she was there for a moment, you guys. It was hard times. Reconstruct over here. Nearly done with the reconstruction. Come on. There we go. Yes, we're nearly done with the reconstruction. Uh-oh. Select her. Do that. Oh, I see what the problem is here. Okay. No, it's not 2200 yet. We still have a little bit of work to do, Samantha. I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. You gotta work. Alright, since that's not completely enclosed yet, I'm not going to worry about removing the wall. However, once it does get completed, I'll be knocking out these secondary walls. The original roof that was up here protecting the staircases into the lower section of the floor. Make sure everything else that I've added in is actually added in. Yep, we have that. That needs to get moved by one. As does this. That one's fine. Those are fine. Power. Samantha, before you go to bed, would you do me the favor, or sorry, do me the honor? Thank you. She did it so fast, I didn't even really get a chance to get it all out. Did I not deactivate you all? So, oh. Circuit 1, okay. Circuit 1, okay. Who else isn't on circuit? You're not on. No, you're on circuit. So why is your weapon down? Oh, because they were being adjusted. That makes more sense. Okay. The weapons are all offline. My power should begin to stockpile. Oh, nice. They're working on this section. I was really hoping they would get to this part right here, as this is where I want to put the power. And go ahead and pause that. I don't need 3 people working on ceilings. If you want to come over here and do what Samantha was doing for me, bud, greatly appreciated. And she can work on the ceilings over there, and you can do the ones over here. Whoa, 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 what are you doing, dude? I said reconstruct. There we go. Good job. And then there's 4 more. And that's... Hold on. And that's all of the... Come on, dude. That's all of the stone ceilings completely reconfigured. There is no more need to reconfigure. Everything is reconstructed. I just need to get it all built. Ah, good times, you guys. It's great times, actually. I have this little bit of ceiling here that needs to be covered up, and then I can break down this wall and this wall. Once this gets built, I can push out the weapon systems. Everything's starting to come together. I like it. I really like it. Too bad I can't put my turrets right here. There's not enough room, but oh well. Ooh, I might need to make a coffee. If you can hear me yawning in your ear, I do apologize. Like I said, it's been a long one. A very, very long one. But thankfully, somebody is taking the initiative to get some research done, even though she's going to leave me with 1%, but it's time for her to go to sleep. She needs to get some grub, and then, yeah, bedtime. So while they sleep... No. Actually, see something you can do real quick. You can finish those ceilings, which means I can break down this right here. I can break down these walls over here. That's odd. Oh well. I can also break down these walls over here. Bring up that next floor. And then it's just, a little bit of work here, a little bit of work there. But like I said, the bots should get all of this prepped overnight. It is 1 o'clock and we've already got half of it prepped. Yeah, it won't be a matter of just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. And these bedrooms should be secured, maybe, hopefully, even this portion here, as I want to get those storage for power storage batteries. I want to get them relocated. And I also want to remove the walls that are down here. So somebody's up early deconstructing the walls because they don't sleep. Robot. Look at them actually doing something with their AI lives. Good for them. Got more initiative than my survivors, I'll tell you that much. Now, since I do have the ceilings primed for reconstruction, I'm sorry, there's no more need for reconstruction. Since I have my ceilings primed to be crafted, which is what I meant to say, it is time for me to remove these walls, like so. Since these are getting worked on right now, Ken is sleeping out in the elements. No, he's not. He's downstairs. Perfect. So this is going to get worked on, and then this is nearly completed. Again, it's only going to be a matter of moments before the bots bring the material on over. Here they come now. There's part of it. Here comes the next wave. Sorry, next waves. There goes. Why are you transporting it that way? Oh, he's taking it to the fence. Yeah, I forgot that we had a broken fence line over here. Yeah, I was talking about that in the last one, how I wanted to add in potentially another wooden wall around that concrete one just to give some sort of a buffer so that they're not damaging my concrete wall. As I have an abundance of wood, that isn't really going to any purpose. And honestly, you should make all of your outer walls wood, especially if you have something like this. If you have a kill box where it's designed to lead them into your base, where there's one opening, use wood walls all the way around. Yeah, they're going to break through some of them, but eventually they're going to come to the one point, assuming your survivors are like right here, they're going to come to the one point that they know they can get to the survivor, as their pathing is similar to 7 Days to Die. You can make an effective trap base where it's more or less a maze, one singular path that weaves around and to a specific location. And they will path to it every single time. Well, you've seen them falter a couple times, but I just chalk that up to the fact that they get spawned too close to a gate or there's a survivor nearby and they're like, oh, this is the fastest route to them. Now let's go over here and go through the maze. Because they don't factor in that there's traps there. They don't factor in the trap. They just factor in the pathing. There's a clear way to go from point A to point B. Yes, it does take some time to weave around, but it is an open pathway. So I really like that. And I'm really abusing it with this loadout. I'm acting like I'm playing Call of Duty. With this layout. Sorry. Although it does take a little bit of time for my survivors to get through it, it takes that much longer for the bugs to get through it. And for anybody trying to survive long term, I really recommend having yourself some sort of defensive layout. Now, like I said, I prefer the traps with the back and forth weaving pattern, as it kills time, allowing me to A, bleed through the enemy, B, if I can't bleed through them effectively, it creates enough time to where the enemy goes into its retreat phase. After a certain amount of time, sorry about my Keurig, after a certain amount of time, the enemy will turn around and retreat. It takes a little while, but it takes much longer to go through my trap base. Assuming you're not... Actually, you know what? That's one thing I wanted to do. Let me see if I can select the walls. I might have to do these one at a time. Yep, now's the time for reconstruction on these. At least this one line, like I was talking about. I can't remember exactly when I was talking about it. It must have been, a couple years ago in the game's time. It could be, I think, like 4 videos per year, give or take. So I want to say around like year 13 to 14 is when I was talking about doing exactly what I'm doing here. Just upgrading this singular row here, more or less the backbone, if you will, of my turrets, or sorry, not my turrets, of my maze. You can think of this as the backbone, and everything else is like the ribs. Let's go ahead and cancel that reconstruction. And so you have the backbone, and then you have the rib cage. Not all the ribs are attached to the backbone, mind you. But it still serves its purpose. So I guess I'm going to go all the way across, because I do plan on adding some extra missile turrets, and those do explosive damage, which will hurt my wall here. So the higher the quality and durability, the more abuse they'll be able to take before the bugs break through them and get into the second part of the trap. I do know that I'm just about to get attacked. hence the reason I paused it up. I just wanted to get the rest of the spine, selected for upgrading. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab and garrison all of my robotics. All of them, including the service bots, the harvest bots, the transportation bots, I forget what they're called. These guys. Delivery drones. Get these guys garrisoned up with everything electronic. Whenever I see these little red bastards, or their much larger black counterparts, I guess there are some over there. Whenever I see them, I keep my bots at bay. You see that tail right there? They like to shoot stuff from it. And look at how many there are. I've got 10 Air Force units. They ain't taking that out without losing somebody. So since I do have people outside the wire, it would benefit me severely to grab them all up. And let's put them on the roof. Get them right here. I didn't even realize this was done. Hold on. And I just realized something else. My power is not turned on. I've been doing this lately. Disabling my power. Put you up there. I've been disabling my power like a dummy. And so it leaves that left one fully intact. Yeah. About right there. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, so how do I have my turret set up? Machine gun, flak laser. Machine gun, flak. And you do have to stagger them every other. Just because you gotta have some way to get around them, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah, see, work area blocked. They have to have one space on all sides. It is time for the horde to bombard me. It's fine, everybody is in the base, awaiting the demise of the bugs. Now, since I have my people up on my ceiling there, the bugs, as you can see, their 7 days to die pathing has taken over. Their instincts to want to find the quickest, most efficient way. They got to break the least amount of stuff. They want to find the most efficient path in, as is their coding. Thank God the devs coded them that way. But because of this one opening and the one exit, that's the only path they have to take into my base. Now, granted, everything else is double walled, soon to be potentially triple walled, so I don't have to worry about them attacking that too often. But as long as you have that one central opening, you are good to go. As long as they have some way to get to your survivor. Speaking of getting to my survivor, Katina, everybody else, get on over here. Simon's passed out and Samantha turns on a drinking bench. Everybody else goes up here on the roof. Rita's asleep. Undraft, redraft, get them all back up here. Get Simon back up top. I don't need the bugs reacting to him going over there and going after the walls that way, as they will do, as you kind of see them, trying to go that way. It's because there's only a wooden wall protecting this side now. So now that he is back within the perimeter, they are all laser focused on this one entrance and the quickest way to this one exit. And since I have a weaving mess for them to go through, they will attack some of it, but for the most part, they're going to take the one that doesn't have them stopping to attack walls. Which again, thank you, devs. Absolutely amazing that you would, do something for us like this. Make my life easier. Because once you really get an understanding of the bugs and how they attack, the game's really a cakewalk. No, I'm not claiming to know everything about the bug patterns and everything. I'm not an expert by no means, but I do pay enough attention to the baseline mechanics of games to do this kind of nonsense. Now, if I would employ the gasoline traps, the explosive ones, I'd have to do a lot better. But here I am with regular traps. Significantly cheaper than the gasoline ones, mind you. Ken, I see you sneaking away, but dude, you know we're under attack. What are you doing? Come on. Bro, get up here and defend. I need you all up here. Rita, what are you doing? Oh, she's taking a nap. I'm sorry for waking you up, but you got a job to do. You gotta distract the bugs, pull them all to the central area when they get murdered. Let's see, how are they? They aren't really doing too well when it comes to reconstruction. Oh yeah, that's right. I have them all garrisoned. That's why there's no concrete being pumped out. Yes, I forgot. I'm a simple-minded man. I forget things rather easily. But I've been playing this non-stop for the last couple days. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, the last couple of nights I've been playing this. Several videos a night. Unfortunately, last night, halfway through, it blue screened on me. And I lost a lot of footage. I was on like I was on like minute 43. Okay. The bugs are focusing in, so it's time for me to focus in. And you know what? Honestly, I can just probably target these first couple, and then the robots will just stay here. Here we go. I'll just do that, and then the battle drums will literally just stay hovering right up in here until the conflict is over. Because everything is coming through here now. Everybody's literally falling asleep. But you know what, the drones are enough. Honestly, might make a couple more. Because I mean, they do handle rather well. This was getting overran, and they're holding the line. The hell, they're doing more than holding the line. They're pushing the enemy back from the hole. They had to battle their way slowly but surely forward to look at them, you guys. Absolute monster of an Air Force. Not even that massive, though. Excellent pilots. Excellent pilots. I pay them really good. I give them all the circuit boards that they can munch on. If they do really good and I'm feeling really spicy, I hook them up with a brand new motherboard. Take them apart, give them a nice little rub down, thorough cleaning. You get up in their chassis, grease them up. They love it. And I will not say pause because that's exactly how you maintain a robotic. Well, Simon's hungry. I mean, if you weren't going on a meltdown, you'd be getting yourself some grub, dude. But no, here you are, losing your mind. Guess it's easier for you to do that. Why are my turrets offline? Oh, because they're getting ready to be moved. That's right. I don't remember deactivating the circuit. Oh, the circuit's broken. That'll do it. That'll definitely do it. That's the only downside to circuits. If they go, it's over. You have to have like two set up to the same one. It feels like, if one fails, you still have a backup. But yeah, that's bad news right there. Circuit goes, the weapon systems fail. All to one simple switch. But it's not a problem. It'll get taken care of. Simon, dude, what are you doing? You need some pants. Get you some pants. No, bro. Go get you some pants. Oh, well, go to sleep. I guess that's important. I mean, you were passed out in the middle of the floor. So, yeah, go ahead and get you some sleep, I suppose. But now that the robots are back at it, do I have that fourth one yet? I do not. That's right, I halted all progress on it. What's going on over here? Can I can. And that's ready. Oh, it's on, you guys. Alright, so let's move the power. I'm going to turn it this way so that you can see the wires in the front. And then move this one up here as well. And as you can see, there's plenty of room for more power to be installed. I am going to move 3 out of the 4 as I have to have some sort of power. While they're being moved, they don't really do a whole lot for me. And yeah, they are holding capacity, but the second they get picked up, yeah, they hold capacity while they're being moved, but while they're being moved, I just have the one that I'll be pulling from. And it's a short walk, so it's not too troublesome. This place is starting to look like a home. Got some windows. Close the blinds if I want to. Nice. Ken, you need to get your sleep schedule under control, buddy. It's all over the place. Let's see. So they are starting to tear apart all of this good stuff. Nice. Very nice. See if there's anything close by that I didn't have selected. Might have come down in the last couple days or so, just to make sure that it's selected. So far it doesn't look like anything. No, that's a no, that's not a rock. Okay, so I got all that primed. As soon as they have an availability, they'll go get on it. Let's see. Yes, I guess now would be a perfect opportunity to prime my kitchen. And it is a 16 by 16 block. That is absolutely perfect. That's the maximum size that you can make a structure is 16 by 16. So there we go. I've got both of those ready to get crafted. These are going to get thrown together. I'm going to leave this open just because there is only that right there to give me a cross. And then maybe as soon as I get some of these things moved, I can put in some doorways that go in, so I don't have to go all the way around or climb the structure or something. Honestly, let me move this one. And this one. And I'll put doors on either one. I can't until those get moved. Okay. No, Simon, you can eat in a minute. I need you to do 2 things for me. Move that hand pan, and then move the dartboard. Thanks, buddy. Place you and place you. And since these don't have anything in them yet, go ahead and break those down and place you and place you. Which I'm still going to leave these, but I just wanted to add in something. That'll allow my survivors to get inside just that much faster. Okay, so I can't make anything move that, but I can make Samantha move these racks, which is exactly what I'm about to do, so I can add in the other doorways here. Doorway 1, doorway 2, these are going to get put up top, and then I can do that next doorway, but I'm not putting them exposed into the elements. No, I need to have a ceiling above them before I'll put them up there. Another thing that I can do is I can leave this little bit here as a walkway, and I can have more of the power supplies running along if I need them. Huge if. And honestly, this area right here, once it's completely locked down with all these generators, that's more or less all I'm gonna need. Stop making the pipe tobacco. Go move those, please, Yoko. Thank you. I'm so tired of these not getting handled. Literally just sitting here all day and nobody's touched them. It's not like it's that hard of a task. So easy, even an old woman can do it. And she's doing an amazing job too. This old woman busts her ass night and day, cooking my people their food, taking care of their mentals, though she doesn't really take care of their mental. I like to think that she does. You know, having that old person really does change the dynamic of the survival group. You get less focused on your needs and more focused on the needs of the group in general, because you have that old, wiser person there to lend you some more advice that you might not have thought about. And then since they're old and frail, you try to do better. At least that's me. You know, if there's an old person in my group, I feel like I have to, work hard to pick up the slack. It's not really picking up the slack. They pull their own weight. But still, I feel like I have to work harder. Now let me go ahead and grind me up something nice. Let me see how I'm coming along with my weed. I just have that one big bud left. Oh, it smells so good though. Oh, what's in this one? That bud right there will last me at least 3 days. It is one of the big ones. And since I'm in the market of setting myself up until next Saturday, as it is Sunday today, let me go ahead and put in my largest nugs that I have available here into one jar. That's a big boy. And I guess I can smoke on these. But it'll allow me to ration out my weed a little bit better, which I've always been horrible with. There we go, nice big chunky nugs. Each nug should last at least a day. The big ones anyways. These smaller ones, which are a quarter of this, they last for a couple bowls. So a couple hours. YouTube, if you don't like me talking about marijuana, well, honestly, I could care less. Okay, I'm a grown adult. Everybody that watches my content is a grown adult, I hope. But sometimes my language goes off the rails. Just thought my controller died there for a second. It up while I grind. It can be a bit loud. It's squeaky grinder. Okay. And the ceilings that get placed up, I do hear them working very, very diligently while I'm away. Hats off to these survivors policing themselves without me being there to police them myself. It's great. You know what? I don't even know if you guys can hear me, if I've been speaking robotic this whole time. I'm going to be right back. What's been built? That's been primed. Oh, they've been building a little bit of it. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to be right back. I'm going to partake in my medicine real fast. Be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to be done. Had to be done. And so they're working on the wall finally. I don't see any progress. Ooh, Edmund, what are you doing going way over there, dude? That's kind of dangerous. Did I get attacked recently? I hope I did. Where's Simon? Simon's the one that usually has the death wish. Is he at base? Okay, he's at base. This man, oh, he almost got himself killed last episode. Like, the bugs literally spawn here, and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna mosey right up next to y'all and fall asleep. Passed out right here next to him, and then right when they get into the aggressive mode, he's like, oh shit, they're attacking. I need to get inside. He was that close from getting his face munched off. This dude is very suicidal. I had to take away his shoelaces for crying out loud. That's how bad it got. And I had to give him the sporks. Can't even trust him with fork and knife. The man gets a 2-in-1. A knife? Nope, you get a credit card. A fork? Nope, you get a spoon. With some little pointy pieces at the end. We're going to put you in a nice padded room. For our safety, not for yours. For our safety, we got to put you in that padded room. I wonder if I can build a padded room in this game. That'd be kind of cool. Well, I know you can't. It would be interesting if they gave us that ability. You know, like pad the walls. I would totally build a crazy room. And lock my survivors in it when they start doing their mental breakdowns. Nope, you going in here and I'm locking the door. You ain't getting out. Have fun punching the pillowed walls. I really hope the devs make a second one. Or another game similar to this one. This one was a lot of fun. There's only so much that I can do with it. Starting to run out of ideas. I do have one more survival planned. Just one more. After that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do for content on the channel. Well, I still have a couple other games that are currently out. I mean, I could always go back to other games. No, I am playing the Dark Souls series, which those are quote-unquote some of the hardest games on the planet. So I figure if I'm beating them, I want to tackle some other games that are quote-unquote some of the hardest on the planet. Like XCOM, and XCOM 2 is supposed to be one of the top 10 hardest games around on its hardest difficulty. You know, it's one of the top 10 hardest games ever made. Not of just like the last decade, but ever made. And I wouldn't mind, you know, checking it out. I've never played it through in its entirety. I've played a little bit here and there to know, you know, enough. But I wouldn't mind bringing that one to the channel. Let me know what you guys think. And I don't want to just play things for my own entertainment. I do want to entertain you guys in the process. I mean, that's the whole point of a channel, is to entertain the masses. And if you guys don't want to see it, then you guys just don't want to see it. It's not meant to be. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be in the background playing the hell out of it, because you best believe I'm going to. That's just me. If people say, no, we don't want to see it on the channel, I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to play the damn thing. I just won't advertise it. Alright, so about to get attacked again. Right, I'm starting to get some progress done. Let me go ahead and garrison everything up, and then I'm going to check on my time to make sure I'm not going over. I feel like I'm already pushing an hour here, maybe even further. I hope that's not the case. 42 minutes. Okay, perfect. So I haven't gone over my time yet. Still have a little bit of it available. And let's get everybody up on the roof. You're supposed to be right in the middle. There we go. I was like, why is nobody moving? It would help if you unpaused the game, you simpleton. There we go. Yay! Look at that. I do know how to push buttons. That's why I laugh when anybody, criticizes, in real life or lack thereof in the virtual world. And I laugh at the virtual bullies. Yeah, it's so funny. They're so pathetic. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get under somebody's skin that's constantly making fun of themselves. Like, I'm an okay looking dude, but I'm always saying that I am the ugliest person in the room. I'm dumb as rocks, but I'm actually decently intelligent. Are they attacking, or are they just happy to see me? Oh no, they're actually attacking. Okay. I nearly forgot to garrison the delivery drones. Don't need them getting attacked. Alright, so that should be everything and everyone garrisoned and in position, awaiting the bugs to enter the traps. Heat stroke for Edmund, so I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab everybody. No, I did not mean to do that. I said I meant to grab everybody, and I'm going to put them inside in the air conditioning where they can sit back and relax while the traps do their job. Oh, this game. It's going to be the death of me. No, Dark Souls is going to be the death of me. I beat the first one again. Like I was saying in the last video, I got so much further than I've ever been in this one. In Dark Souls 2. I'm actually gone to a new area that I've never seen before. I didn't make it very far to start with. I beat a couple bosses. But I think I only... I'm not sure. So with the map room, whatever, I only had one of the primal bonfires lit, so I just got my other primal after beating, I can't remember what her name was. She was a masked, two-handed monstrosity that, thank God, I had some support. We had our Havel monster, a dude in Havel's armor, but he was wielding two gigantic full shields. Dude's just an absolute beast of a man. And then I had a female swordsman who lent their support. NPCs that help you with the boss fights if you need them. And well, no, I'm not here to master the game. I'm just here to beat the story. That way when people talk about, oh yeah, they added this boss into this game, I can know what they're talking about. Maybe I might play the Demon Souls. I might play Demon Souls. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm not gonna play Sekiro Die Twice. Sorry, that's just not my my playstyle. You know, parry heavy games like Bloodborne, you know, they're just not my cup of tea. Now, do I need to get better with parries? Well, absolutely. That's not even a question. But do I want to? The want is the issue here, and I absolutely do not care to learn to parry. Now, I'm okay at it. I know how to parry. My timing's off occasionally. Dark Souls 1 boss I did beat by, or the final boss I did beat by parrying him and then tossing every single time until he died. I didn't attack him outright. I let him kill himself. So I did at least do that. But I'm not going to sit here and learn how to, you know, parry every single boss. Ooh, what's going on here? I walked away and they're attacking the interior of my base. What are you guys doing down here? Oh, you're crazy people. No, get inside before you die. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now let the walls take some of the abuse. They actually got in. And it's not good. It is not good. I've got several injured. Samantha's going and doing her own thing. Let me see here. So they just broke a part of the wall. Can I? I might actually be able to do it. Wish me luck, you guys. Fingers crossed. But I am hightailing it through to get my survivors into the trap field over here, which will pull all the bugs into the traps with them and give me some sort of a fighting chance. At least a better fighting chance than before. Now the drones actually have an opportunity to fight back the masses. Now I just have to sit here and not bleed to death. That's another reason why I built this way, or built this the way that I did. In case they did overrun a certain area, I could always go through another section and be just fine. As you see, they're all healing, they're not bleeding, and the enemy is slowly maneuvering to them again, and once they get close enough, I just do one of these. Simon, get over there too, dude. There you go. That's all I do. Boom. Move over another one. And I have a lot of room to work with. So in this kind of circumstance, don't panic. If you're building like I'm building, you have a lot of room to maneuver with. I mean, look at this. The bugs are pretty much dead. I can undraft and they can all go about their day again. Boom. Nobody died. Nobody's even injured. Everybody's just fine. My pride's a little wounded. So they just ran through this part of it. It says there's 7 injuries, but they're really not. They're superficial wounds, like burns, things that actually can't kill them. But, you know, it does hinder them. So thankfully, I have somebody like Katina, who is an amazing healer who isn't healing. Who's doing the healing? Rita? Oh, no. Is it Vicente? Somebody's running around healing. Is it a robot? Okay, there goes Edmund and Samantha are both healing. Rita's going to heal Simon. Everybody's just doing healing. Well, that's fine. I do need them to get their medical up, just in case Katina does die. I'm going to need everybody to be proficient in healing. Though at the expense of some minor injuries. And I just lost a battle drone. Have to build a new one. Wasn't even paying attention. It's out there somewhere. Obliterated. Disappeared. Alright, so they did break a couple of my foundations, which when they break the foundations, everything attached to that foundation goes poof. Has to be rebuilt. Did they get inside and break my... They got inside and broke my battery. Huh. How the... Well, I need more turrets. I need more turrets at the front. right here in the throat. That needs to get repaired before I can do anything with it. Alright, so I'll just let them take care of that, and we'll get to things as they come. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do about that right now, you guys. I can look at my expeditions. Thought I just got one. Security signal. Simon, if you would be so kind, sir, wherever you might be. Since Ken is going to mine, there's some metal ore over there that needs to be harvested. Got some scrap metal. I don't have any regular metal. We've got that deficit down a lot. Alright, but I don't want to go over by too much, you guys. So as soon as that man gets back from that mission, I'm gonna have to call it and start up another one. Yeah, I didn't get this done, but I did say that I was going to get the bedrooms done at the very least and get started on the kitchens. Well, I got started on the kitchens. It's just these walls needed to be built first. This one got done though. Yeah, it looks like I'm not going to get it done the way I wanted to. I wanted to get all of what you see blue completed, but yeah, it's just not going to have enough time. At least for this one. Next video, all of that's going to get done. And fingers crossed, at least half of it. Yeah, at least half. Some of it. Some of it. Who am I kidding? None of it's going to get done. They're just going to go out and do whatever they want, do a bunch of farming, and nobody's going to build. They're going to repair, and that's all they're going to do, just a bunch of repair work. Nah, I'll grab Samantha and put her into forced labor as per usual. She's my best. Probably won't find anybody, but I do have to check every single time, just in the off chance that I do have the ability to bring back a 9th survivor. I'm not sure if you can. I've heard some people talking about having, 10, 11 survivors, but I haven't seen it. This is my max. 8 people is all I've ever been able to get as a maximum. However, I always attempt it when I do send out for those missions when they have it available. I always select that, just in the off chance the game bugs out and it's like, okay, here's another survivor, and then I'm like, sweet. Another reason that I think you only get 8 is if you look at the top of the resources, if you look at the top of the screen there, and you look at the gap between Yoko and Katina, you see right there where the red cloth is, how it comes down a little bit, and over here by the gun, how it comes down a little bit. That entire bar, I call it a bar, that's your hero bar, your characters. So I think that's your maximum. If you get any more, it would just look off-centered and weird. So that's why I'm always thinking that only 8, but I still try. You still gotta try. What's the worst that can happen? Come back before you join that crew? Oh well. I think I can now go and farm that place as many times as I want, and he still comes back with resources. So it's a win-win. I'm gonna get the game to bug out and get a 9th one. You watch. It's already starting to slow down. But alright, Simon is back, which means that's all I have time for, folks. If you enjoyed this one and you made it all the way to the end, hit the like button and the subscribe button. You don't have to hit the subscribe button, but at least do the like button. Give it a little tickle. I mean, if you like something, you might as well like it. If you really enjoyed it, then yeah, go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. I reply to majority of my comments, assuming they need a reply. Yeah, it only benefits you guys if you enjoy the content, if you're playing along. to do that, as you will be able to see every other video that comes out. And not only that, but you'll be able to quickly access the entire archive of my other playlists. So that's it, you guys. There's the spiel that I have to do. Well, I don't have to do it, but I'm choosing to do it. Some people won't, contemplate hitting the subscribe or the like button unless you ask them to. So unfortunately, it's one of those necessary evils to grow a channel. I am trying to grow a community here, after all, of like-minded gamers, people who can share ideas and grow our knowledge on games together. I'm all for it. And it does help me get a little social interaction. So hit those buttons, maybe even the notification bell if you really want to, if you're feeling really spicy. Other than that, you guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care and you stay safe, and I will catch you in the next episode. And yeah, it's going to be a doozy. I'm going to have them do everything and nothing at all. You'll see. All right, you guys, catch you later.